Hey everybody, Mental Fox here. I'd like to take a few moments to share with you some strategies that I use to take down Father Gascoigne. Father Gascoigne is a rather tough early game battle, and I certainly had a lot of trouble taking him down myself. I probably fought him 15 times before I was finally able to kill him. But using these strategies that I present in this video, I believe you won't have too much trouble with him. One thing you want to make sure you have is the tiny music box. If you don't know where the tiny music box is, click here and I show you how to get it. Another thing I recommend you have is Molotov cocktails. They do a lot of damage to him and make the fight a lot more manageable. So, let's get started. The first thing I recommend you do when you start this battle is immediately run to your right and get behind this little cluster of tombstones here. If you stay behind these tombstones, he'll have a little bit of a harder time hitting you, and he actually won't even be able to hit you with his pistol, so long as you keep the tombstones between you and him. In this first phase of the battle, he's using the hunter axe, as you can see, and he's got it retracted, so he doesn't have very good reach, although he can still hit you if you're not careful. So just keep the tombstones between you and him, keep swinging away at him. It helps if you've got a weapon with a long reach, like the hunter axe I have here, extended. And keep whittling him down until you've done 1/3 of damage to his total health bar. Once you've done 1/3 of the damage to him and he only has 2/3 of his total health left, you'll see that he will extend his hunter axe, giving him much more range. I found it easiest just to go ahead and stick with the same strategy that I'd been using, except just to be a little bit more careful and not get too close to the tombstones because his reach is much greater now. So what you want to do is make sure you don't get too close to those tombstones, otherwise he will be able to reach you with his hunter axe. So if you time it right and you attack after he does an attack, you can just whittle him down. Once you've done 2/3 of damage to him, he only has 1/3 of his health left. You're going to want to make sure you have your tiny music box equipped, because he's going to turn into a beast. When he turns into the beast, immediately use your tiny music box. You'll see him reach up and grab his head, and he'll stagger a bit. This is your opportunity to do some damage to him. I don't do it here, but a good strategy is to try to get behind him and do a visceral attack. But I didn't have the opportunity because he had his back to a wall, and that made things quite a bit more difficult. If you can stagger him with the tiny music box, get behind him, do a visceral attack, you could do a lot of damage to him. I don't recommend trying to take him on down there in the graveyard. You're just going to end up getting caught on tombstones or trees, and he is very, very aggressive, and he will kill you rather quickly. Instead, I recommend running up the steps and getting him to follow you up there. It'll give you a little bit of time to do a little bit of healing, and then you can kind of lure him down here, and there is actually a tree and a monument over here that he is unable to break, and you can kind of get him stuck between that tree and that monument. So you can see I run over here, get behind this tree, lure him over here, and now he's stuck between them. But he does get out, so if that happens, just move to the other side, and he'll get stuck in there again. And then you could finish him off by throwing some Molotovs at him. And there you have it. Prey slaughtered. I believe if you follow these tips, you won't have too much trouble taking him down. Best of luck to you, and happy hunting.